No, to go back to my question, this seems to be a gap that you sense exists. And it could very well be an answer where a large-scale deployment of underutilized skill sets could be used. And they could be matched to the
I'll
opportunities.
probably, since most of the people are from HR, I'll give you an example probably which makes more sense of what I'm saying. So most of you in the who are handling HR on a day-to-day basis will be familiar with answering many questions which employees put to you on a day-to-day basis. What is the leave policy? How many leaves can I take? If I didn't take leaves last quarter, what happens to it this quarter? So what we did in my company is we created a bot. Now the bot has got AI in it, and the bot learns. The more questions you ask the bot, the smarter the bot gets. So now the bot answers most of these questions. So 70 to 80% of these questions are answered by the bot, and the bot gets simply smarter every few months because it's just learning better and more because there's an AI engine built into it. What has happened is that we've not displaced anybody or asked anybody from the HR staff to go. What has happened is that the people who have been freed up from this activity simply have more time to interact with employees, which the bot can't do on a human basis. So this is one example to what happens is, now are the employees happier over this change? Yes, definitely, because you simply have more access and more face time with somebody who was busy answering things which they did not need to do. So this is a good example, bringing it back to the HR space of what technology can do, freeing up the person to do something else. Now, since you're from the hotel industry, I will use one more example. So there is this very interesting hotel chain which is there in some countries which is called Citizen M. Now, you can look up on Google and they have got some lovely videos also. So what they've done is they've dispensed the entire front desk operation to an automation. So the minute you walk into the hotel, you just put in your credit card and the system takes over. So like you can select your room, it tells you which rooms you're available, all those things. But that doesn't mean they've displaced with their people. So what happens is when you do all this activity, the human comes and chats with you. Oh, you are new to this city. What would you like to see? Can I suggest something? So they take away this entire activity, which they simply had no time because they were busy checking you in. So this is another example. Makes more sense?
Yeah, no, absolutely it does. I think the question that's in my mind now is that while you're compacting a lot of work and getting robots or bots or, whatever you call them, to do the repetitive kind of work, but at the other end, where are the new jobs getting created? What is something more that HR has to do today as opposed to what it did not do for years, that freed up capacity would go out there and do it? I think that's what's probably, today you may be saying that you've not made redundancy happen, but who knows, tomorrow the quantum of work that's taken away and being addressed very significantly by the bots could be in the range that you would be compelled to take a decision like that. I think that's where my questions are.
See, I'm very optimistic on this, okay? You can take one view that if you hire a lot of bots, they will do away with the humans. But my view is that if you bring in a lot of bots, they will enhance the people experience to a level that the humans will demand more from the human than ever was before. So for example, what happened to the jobs which HR replaced? The bots took over the HR person job, but the HR person gives employees a much better experience than was possible before. And once people get used to that experience, they are not likely to say, I'll be happy with the bot. I want the HR guy to do more, or the manager to do more, or I want my manager to spend more time on a discussion with me. So there is better experience creates more desire. Like for example, when I was flying into Delhi in the morning, I realized when I probably first started working, there was only one airline and they had only one standard price. You go to Delhi, you find out what time they fly and you buy that ticket and there is no confusion over there. But look at the choices you have today. And once people get used to this, are they going back to the old world? No, I don't think so. So there is definitely more potential because we like things and why not?
Yeah.
We can have a negative side. Okay? I'm not denying that.